You lace up your shoes, head out for what should be an energizing morning run, and then spend the rest of your day feeling completely wiped out. Sound familiar? If you're dragging through your afternoon or collapsing on the couch when you get home, your running routine might actually be sabotaging your energy levels. Let's talk about the mistakes that are turning your runs into all-day energy drains and how to fix them. The first major mistake is running too hard, too often. When you constantly push yourself into that zone where you're breathing hard and can barely hold a conversation, you're putting massive stress on your nervous system and depleting your glycogen stores. Think of it like constantly redlining your car engine. Sure, it feels productive, but you're burning through resources at an unsustainable rate. The truth is, about 80% of your runs should be at an easy, conversational pace. Elite runners do most of their mileage at a pace that feels almost embarrassingly slow. This easy running actually builds your aerobic base more effectively than constantly grinding at moderate intensity. It teaches your body to burn fat for fuel and allows your nervous system to recover. When every run feels like a race, that flood of cortisol might make you feel accomplished, but it's also why you're crashing at your desk 3 hours later. The second mistake is not taking rest days seriously. Your body doesn't get stronger during your runs, it gets stronger during recovery. When you run, you're creating tiny tears in your muscle fibers and depleting your energy stores. The magic happens when you rest. That's when your body repairs and replenishes. Some runners treat rest days like failure. This couldn't be further from the truth. Rest days are when adaptation happens. If you're running 7 days a week without proper recovery, you're accumulating fatigue that compounds day after day. Your body needs at least 1 or 2 complete rest days per week. And no, a rest day doesn't mean a light jog. It means actual rest. You'll come back stronger, faster, and with far more energy. Here's a mistake that catches almost everyone: running on empty. Maybe you're trying to maximize fat burning, or you just can't stomach food early in the morning. For short, easy runs of 30 minutes or less, this might be fine. But if you're running longer or harder without proper fuel, you're setting yourself up for disaster. When your glycogen stores are depleted, your body starts breaking down muscle for fuel. Even if you're not hungry, try to get something small in your system before you run. A banana, toast with honey, or a small smoothie 30 to 60 minutes beforehand can make a massive difference. After your run, that post-workout meal becomes even more critical. You have a window where your body is primed to absorb nutrients. A combination of carbohydrates and protein is ideal. Greek yogurt with fruit, eggs with toast, a protein smoothie. Skip this meal and you'll spend the rest of your morning in an energy deficit. Let's talk about hydration. Most runners understand they need water, but they massively underestimate how much, and they completely ignore electrolytes. If you're waking up and immediately going for a run, you're already starting dehydrated. Even mild dehydration can significantly impair both your running performance and your cognitive function. That foggy feeling mid-afternoon might not be your workload, it might be dehydration finally catching up with you. Drink at least 16 ounces of water when you wake up, before you even put your running shoes on. For runs longer than 45 minutes, especially in warm weather, you need to hydrate during your run. And this is crucial. Water alone isn't enough for longer efforts. When you sweat, you're losing sodium, potassium, and magnesium. Add an electrolyte tablet to your water or have a sports drink. After your run, continue hydrating throughout the morning. Another critical mistake is ignoring your running form. Poor mechanics don't just increase injury risk, they make running far more exhausting than it needs to be. If you're overstriding, landing with your foot way out in front of your body, you're essentially hitting the brakes with every step. This creates massive impact forces and requires more energy to propel yourself forward. Your foot should land relatively close to your center of mass, with your knee slightly bent. Think about taking quicker, shorter steps rather than long, bounding strides. Many runners also tense up their upper body, scrunching their shoulders or clenching their fists. This tension requires energy and restricts breathing. Keep your shoulders relaxed, arms swinging naturally, hands loosely cupped. Efficient form means less wasted energy, which means more gas in the tank for the rest of your day. Let's address sleep, because this is the foundation everything else is built on. If you're not getting enough quality sleep, everything becomes harder. Your body does most of its repair and recovery while you sleep. Skimp on sleep, and your runs will feel harder, your recovery will be slower, and your energy levels will tank regardless of what else you do right. You need 7 to 9 hours of sleep, and that's non-negotiable if you want to feel good. This might mean adjusting your schedule. Maybe your run needs to happen at lunch or in the evening instead of first thing in the morning. The quality of your sleep matters too. Your bedroom should be cool, dark, and quiet. And be cautious with late-day runs. While exercise generally improves sleep, running too close to bedtime can leave you wired, making it harder to fall asleep. Here's a mistake that surprises people: doing the same run every single day. Your body adapts to repeated stress. If you run the same route at the same pace every morning, your body becomes efficient at that specific task, but you stop challenging your cardiovascular system. Without variation, you plateau, and that sameness becomes mentally draining. You need variety. Some days should be easy and slow. One day a week might include intervals or tempo work. Another day could be a longer, slower run. Maybe include a day with hills. This variation makes you a better runner, keeps your mind engaged, and prevents burnout. Your body continues improving rather than stagnating. Breathing is something most runners never think about until they're gasping for air. But how you breathe directly impacts your energy levels. Many people take shallow breaths that only fill the top portion of their lungs. This is inefficient. Practice belly breathing. Your belly should expand as you inhale, not just your chest. This allows deeper breaths, maximizing oxygen intake. And remember, if you're constantly out of breath on your runs, you're probably running too hard. Slow down. Your breathing should be somewhat labored but controlled. Let's talk about running through pain and ignoring warning signs. There's a difference between discomfort and pain. Discomfort is that burning feeling in your legs during a hard effort. That's normal. Pain is sharp, localized, and often gets worse as you continue. That stabbing feeling in your knee, that ache in your shin, these are warning signals. Running through pain doesn't make you tough, it makes you foolish. When you're injured, your body has to work overtime to compensate, which drains energy and increases stress. If something hurts, take a day or two off. Do some cross-training instead. Often, a few days of rest early on prevents weeks or months of forced time off later. Temperature and timing matter more than people realize. Running in extreme heat forces your body to work much harder. Your cardiovascular system has to deliver oxygen to your muscles and pump blood to your skin to cool you down. In hot conditions, you're also sweating more, losing fluids and electrolytes, which crushes your energy. If it's hot outside, run earlier in the morning or later in the evening. Dress appropriately in light-colored, moisture-wicking fabrics, except that your pace will be slower in the heat. Similarly, in cold weather, dress in layers but not too heavily. You should feel slightly cool when you start. Finally, let's address the mental side. If you're treating every run like it's a test you have to pass, if you're constantly checking your watch and stressing about your pace, that psychological stress is just as draining as physical stress. Running should be mostly enjoyable. Give yourself permission to just run for the sake of running sometimes. Leave your watch at home. Take a route through a park or trail where you can enjoy your surroundings. Listen to music or a podcast if that helps you relax. The mental refreshment of a truly enjoyable run can energize you far more than grimly grinding out miles. So here's the bottom line. If your runs are leaving you exhausted all day, something is off. The good news is that all of these things are fixable. Start by slowing down most of your runs. Take your rest days seriously. Eat before and after you run. Hydrate properly with electrolytes. Get enough sleep. Add variety to your training. Focus on form and breathing. Listen to your body's signals. And remember why you started running in the first place. When you get these fundamentals right, running becomes what it should be. Energizing, not exhausting. You'll finish your runs feeling accomplished and refreshed, ready to tackle your day with energy to spare. That's the difference between running smart and just running hard.